So heavy metal toxicity. So we're going to be discussing some of the most common heavy metals that we get exposed to and how it's contributing to ill health. So we start with aluminum, and aluminum toxicity is very common. It causes fatty degeneration of the liver and kidneys. And this is because when you have these toxins as aluminum, and the thing is we get heavy metal toxicity, but we are exposed to much more than heavy metals that are toxic to the body. And having now aluminum on top of that creates work for the liver to deal with, because the liver has to detox and process it into something that's non-toxic to the body. So the liver can now be backed up. When the liver is backed up and overloaded, then it pushes things out to the kidneys, and then the kidneys have to deal with it. So, and this is not really the kidney's job, so it creates a burden on the kidney. So then you're going to have some kidney issues. And also, if the liver is overburdened, it might be pushing it out through the kidneys, or it might push it out through the skin. So you might find that you have skin eruptions, just dull, poor quality, poor looking skin. Overloaded liver may push out to the lungs. So then you have respiratory weakness. So this is what aluminum toxicity has been known to cause. It also reduces absorption of selenium and phosphorus from the gastrointestinal tract. So when we get this, then it creates weakness within the intestinal tract, which then contributes to an immune response, which then can show itself in digestive autoimmune disorders, and you can come up with things like Crohn's, colitis, and other disruptive gastrointestinal symptoms. Also, aluminum toxicity has been implicated in Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. And again, this is because the aluminum being so conductive and sitting in neural tissue, it interferes with the nervous system and brain signaling, and then if there's disruption in brain activity, then there is a disruption in also motor activity. So this is where the Parkinson's now becomes present. So aluminum toxicity causes constipation, colicky pain, anorexia, skin problems, nausea, gastrointestinal problems, lack of energy, muscle twitching, numbness, and paralysis. So how are we getting exposed to aluminum? Well, antiperspirants. These days you will find antiperspirants labeled aluminum free, because they're seeing that this is becoming a problem. So, if it's not labeled aluminum free, then find ones that are labeled aluminum free, because they likely have aluminum in them, and that's contributing to the toxicity. And you really don't want to be having that, blocking those pores, because that's how the body is going to detox, to eliminate is through sweating. So now if you're putting toxins in that area, you're just counteracting the process. Aluminum is also found as an emulsifier in processed cheese. So, maybe a reason just to choose purchase brick cheese or just eliminate cheese altogether. Aluminum also found in baking powder. So all of the baked goods that you get from the grocery stores or bakeries, if it's not, if your baking powder is not labeled aluminum free, most people are using a conventional conventional baking powder, which does contain aluminum. So if you want to reduce your exposure to aluminum, don't buy baked goods. Don't buy baked goods. Bake your own stuff and purchase the aluminum-free baking powder. Aluminum is also found in antacids. So imagine how many people these days, adults, that are popping these antacids like it's candy. So if that's you, you're getting quite a bit of aluminum in your body. And these the aluminum, what it does is it binds to pepsin, and then it weakens digestive protein digestion. So again, contributing to the gastrointestinal disturbances. Also, aluminum is found in some children's aspirin. So yikes, our poor children. So, look for natural ways to care for, your children. If they have a fever, doing a lukewarm bath and, cooling off their head and their body can bring a temperature down. And just monitoring, because if there's a temperature, the body's trying to rid, a pathogen. So, you can kind of bring it down a little bit, but just watch your kids, find other ways to, whatever issues they have, find some natural ways, and try to avoid these aspirins that may have heavy aluminum in them, because then you're just creating more toxins in these poor little ones. Aluminum is also found in whitened flour, so a reason to get whole flours. Aluminum is also found in some table salt. So aluminum, they put an aluminum in the salt so that it doesn't clump together, so it's just free flowing. So purchase a sea salt. Purchase either I like the Mediterranean sea salt, Celtic sea salt, or Himalayan sea salt. Also cookware, aluminum cookware. This absorbs into your food, and especially if you're cooking acidic foods like tomatoes and rhubarb, then really absorbs the aluminum. So aluminum, it depletes magnesium in the body, which is not good, because if you are, dealing with stress, which we often are, then you may not be able to deal with it as well. That's also contributing to muscles and your fascia being tight, and which can contribute also to that muscle twitching, or like restless leg syndrome. Thallium also is something that many of us are exposed to. If you live in a city, then you are going to be exposed to thallium, because thallium is found in car exhaust. So, it's all around us. So this heavy thallium toxicity mostly affects the nervous system. So, and what it does is also it impairs glutathione metabolism, and talked about how the liver has to detox the toxins that are in the body. So glutathione is important for liver processing, and now if it's being the metabolism of glutathione is being impaired, then liver functioning is going to be compromised. Also, oxidative stress it causes, so now you are vulnerable to your tissues being damaged. So then this can contribute to tumor growth, cancerous tumor growth. The thallium toxicity also disrupts potassium regulation. And we don't want this because this affects your kidneys, and it affects your enzyme production. And then that's going to affect every metabolic process in your body. Thallium is also a known carcinogen. So, just not only cancerous tumor growth, but other cancers you now become vulnerable to. So that's thallium. And also, just think about where this thallium is coming out is from your exhaust. So if you have children that are at that level, they're going to get quite a dose of this thallium exposure. So, when you're with your children around cars, try to bring them away from the exhaust pipe. So we don't want these heavy metals in our body. We need to remove the heavy metals from our body because it's just causing so much ill health, disrupting our body system. So what can we do? Well, first of all, through diet, we can remove these heavy metals through diet, such as including cilantro, chlorella, and spirulina. And cilantro is great for moving toxins out of the body, but studies have shown that cilantro, along with chlorella, has a greater effect on removing toxins from the body. So also lifestyle, just considering your environment and also what you are putting in your body, on your body, what you're inhaling in your indoor spaces. So, having a clean environment, removing as much toxic products from your environment as possible. Supplements, NAC, glutathione, minerals are important for supporting your detox organs and your elimination routes of your kidneys and your skin and lymphatics. And chelation, EDTA, is really effective for removing heavy metals from the body. Also, a modality called bioenergetics. This is very effective for removing heavy metals and different toxins from the body, and it works very quickly. So with bioenergetics, what it does, so first you want to understand how everything has a vibrational field, and there's resonance. So heavy metals and any toxins will go to different parts of the body that it resonates with. And the body also has many different fields that that exist in your body. Now, everything that your body is made of, everything that your body consists of, all of the nutrients and the fields of your body, the body has an energetic map, basically, of it, an energetic blueprint of everything that the body is and can use. So anything that is foreign, the body will reject. So with bioenergetics, you can send a field, and if it does not recognize it, the body will do one of two things. So when the body is exposed to something that's a stressor, it will either hold on or it will release. So if you expose the body to a field of, any heavy metal or something, any substance that the body does not recognize in its blueprint, then once you send that field, the body will reject it, and it will just release anything that is in the body that is similar to that toxin, or that is that toxin. It will release it from the tissues. So that's how bioenergetics helps the body to remove those toxins from itself. Then there's ionic detoxing foot bath. So the critics have tried to discredit the effect that these ionic detoxing foot baths has on toxin removal. So what they've done is after someone has done a session, which is usually 30 minutes, they tested the water, and they found that there's not much in there. Then they later tested the person that had the session. They tested the urine, and what they found was a lot of toxins and metals coming out in the urine. And this is after after the 30-minute session, they tested the urine, and then they tested the urine the next day, and they found that even more toxins came out. Then they tested the urine even the following day, and they found that even more came out. On the third day, there was a greater excretion of these toxins from the body through the urine. So ionic detoxing foot bath is also great for removing toxins and toxins from the body. So every day we're exposed to heavy metals and other toxins. So we need to have a daily routine of, removing toxins from the body. So what you can do to get these toxins out is make sure you're drinking water first of all, and make sure that you're sweating so that your elimination routes are open. And every day, make sure that you're filling up your cup, which means getting the essential nutrients. And then again, every day doing a detoxing. Even bathing is detoxing. Dry brushing contributes to detoxing. So in closing, we want to fill up with nutrients and clean out the toxins.